Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupicus. It is Wednesday. It is almost time for that season opener against those damn Bengals, and we are going to be going over five storylines for the game.
Yeah, I feel like I should be on your lap with a hot cup of cocoa in front of a fireplace while you tell me these storylines.
Yeah, storylines. We're doing storylines every damn week this year, and I cannot wait. I also cannot wait until we get to 4,000 subscribers. Hashtag 4,000 and sub.
Hell yeah, the climb is taking a little longer than expected. We're hoping to get there by opening day. I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
It's not.
But once we do, hashtag 4,000, your chance to win Minnesota Vikings jersey of your choice.
And also, just a reminder, we got to start saying this in every one. We're going live after every game, right after the game. So make sure to hop on and join us for that. But damn it, let's talk some storylines. Storyline number one. The Vikings-Bengal connections. There's a ton of them. So we got to talk about them.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got Riley Reif, former Vikings left tackle, now left tackle of the Cincinnati Bengals. You got head coach Mike Zimmer. His roots were soiled in Cincinnati.
I think his roots were soiled in Dallas.
Lupicus spent some time in Cincinnati. Don't forget about my connection to this.
Hell of a connection.
Let's see what else we got. We got Trey Waynes, who isn't playing. Mackenzie Alexander. He was a Viking Bengal, now a Viking again. He's just drenched in this rivalry between these two teams in the history here. And you got Jake Browning, the quarterback they just recently signed from the Vikings, who's been a Vikings practice squad, never was actually on the roster. I feel like I'm probably forgetting somebody with those names. Nick Vigil,
former third-round pick of the Bengals. Third-round pick, and they just let him walk. I feel he might be the Ben Gideon of the Bengals about 5 years ago.
We never let Ben Gideon walk. We always hung on to Ben Gideon.
You're right. And Thaddeus Moss, he's still on their practice squad, and they got a shit ton of coaches that have a lot of connections, but that's about it. We're going to be talking about the Jake Browning one more. So let's move on to a little more sexy storyline. And that is the Vikings defense in action for the first time. We got 8 new starters compared to last year. 29th ranked defense last year. We saw it. It was dog shit. We got 8 new guys coming out there, and that is, it could be 9 if Barr doesn't play. So this defense, completely different. Our season relying on what this defense can do.
Yeah, the preseason was like the cruel intentions of the defense. We got a little bit of a cock tease, never got to see really what we wanted to. No Daniil Hunter, no Patrick Peterson, no Eric Kendrick, no Harrison Smith, and only just a glimpse of Xavier Woods, a glimpse of Michael Pierce, a glimpse of Delvin Tomlinson. So now we finally get to see this whole group together, maybe without Anthony Barr. We don't know, but now you just said this. I think really the season's going to live and die on our defense. And on paper, it looks to be 300% improved from what it was last year, and now we finally get to see it. And I expect them to dominate this game.
I expect them to be damn good. Hopefully, I still think it's going to take a couple of weeks for them to really get in their groove, but it's got to be better. Storyline number 3. Special teams. This seems to be a storyline for the last 5 years, but we got a new punter, we got a new return man in Smith Marset. We still and a new kicker. It's all brand new.
Well, I think the kicker's the one to really watch because I think he's going to be on a short leash. If he starts missing kicks and you see Zimmer's reaction, the Vikings may pull the plug. There's plenty of guys out there they can bring in and sign, veteran guys, experienced guys, who have kicked a lot more recently in games that matter than our kicker, Greg Joseph, who has not kicked a meaningful field goal, attempted one since 2018. Very scary there. So I think we'll watch him closely. And then the punter, this new punter, Jordan Berry, Mike Zimmer talked about better hang time, more distance. So is that actually going to show up?
Yeah, it is.
The Bengals pinned inside the 20 more often than we have seen the last couple years with Colquitt. So those are my 2 big ones. And wasn't KJ Osborne ahead of Smith Marset on the punt returner depth chart?
He is. Smith Marset returning those kicks, 28-yard average in college. He's going to bring that shit to the Vikings. KJ Osborne, why he's the punt returner, I do not know. We will see if that lasts. We'll be curious to see if Greg Joseph, after he misses a field goal, does what Dan Bailey was doing at the end of his career, just walking to the very corner where nobody was standing and just sitting there like a sad puppy dog. It was very sad.
Very sad. Put his hands like under his pits and just kind of went like this.
I don't blame him. So special teams, that will definitely be a big one. Let's number 4, fourth storyline, let's talk about the Jake Browning Bengals signing him to their practice squad. And it's not very nice of them.
Let's talk about the timing of this. They could have done it last week. They did it, Tuesday, yesterday, Monday. I mean, it just recently they brought him on. So is it because they think they can get some insight on the Vikings offense? I mean, teams do this all the time. I don't know if it ever pays off or not, but clearly this is an espionage move by the Cincinnati Bengals, trying to get some kind of insight into the Vikings offense, what their game plan might be. Will it matter? Probably not, but that's why I think they did this. And if they let Jake Browning go next week, it wouldn't shock me one bit.
Yeah, they will let him go. It's definitely why they did it. And I think they're very disappointed. I don't even think the Vikings told Jake Browning where the cafeteria was. I'm guessing he probably didn't see 9/10 of the playbook. So they're bringing him in and they're going to be very, very sad of what they get.
Absolutely.
And final fifth storyline, Vikings Bengals. Is this a must win? Week 1, Vikings last 5 years, they've started 4-1 on opening day. We've seen all that as panned out, but more so, I see this as a possible must. It's the Bengals. They had 4 wins last year. You can't start the season with high expectations and lose to Cincinnati. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you look what the Vikings did this offseason as far as the roster moves, the draft, everything's gearing for them to be all in this year. Make this push. This might be Mike Zimmer's last shot. It might be Rick Spielman's last shot with this team. So, yeah, they're going all in. If you go out and you drop a game to a team that won 4 games last year, it's a horrible start. So you have to come out and win this game. Otherwise, I think your season, you hate to say it could be lost after week 1, but really the morale is going to go right through the freaking shitter if you lose this game. You bring in all this defensive help and you still suck. Losing to the Bengals, I do think this could be a season killer if you lose this game.
Wow, you cannot lose to the Bengals. We started off 1-5 last year. Let's turn that thing around. Let's start off 5-1, and that one not being the Cincinnati Bengals. Those are our storylines. Let us know your storyline in the comments. #4000. And damn it, subscribe.
Maybe just tell us a good story in the comments. I'd love to hear
Tell us a story, personal story, but that has nothing to do with football. We'd love to read it.
All right, well, this has nothing to do with football, but it's horrifying nonetheless. Sometimes Siri will state that the world will end in 2038.